Welcome back to my YouTube channel Coin Enthusiasts. Today, we're diving into a fascinating coin from the United States that could change the way you think about everyday pocket change. It's not just your average penny. In fact, this 1-cent coin from 2012 might just be worth an eye-popping $777 million. Yes, you heard that right, $777 million. Sounds unbelievable? Stick with me as we explore how this coin became a legendary treasure and what makes it so valuable. Let's get started. First, let's take a quick look at the coin itself. This is a 2012 1-cent coin, produced by the U.S. Mint at the Denver facility, marked with the D Mint mark. The year 2012 may seem like just another year in the history of U.S. coins, but the story behind this penny is far more interesting than you'd expect. The U.S. penny itself dates back to 1793, and over the years, it has undergone numerous design changes. The 2012 1-cent coin is part of the long-running Lincoln series, which began in 1909. The obverse of the coin features President Abraham Lincoln, and the reverse shows the Union Shield, which has been the design since 2010. But while this may seem like an ordinary, modern penny, what makes it so extraordinary is not its design but a rare, unique feature. On the surface, this coin looks just like any other penny minted in 2012. However, the 2012 1-cent coin that we're talking about is one that carries a mysterious twist, a manufacturing error that turned it into something much more valuable than you could imagine. It all comes down to something incredibly rare, the double die obverse error. Now, if you're not familiar with what a double die obverse is, let me explain. This occurs during the minting process when a coin is struck multiple times in a way that misaligns the design. The result? The text or imagery on the coin appears doubled or blurry, and it's not just a subtle flaw, it's obvious. In the case of the 2012 penny, it's not only the word liberty that shows this doubling but also parts of the date and the motto, "In God We Trust." Finding a double die penny is already exciting for collectors, but the 2012 penny has one more key factor that makes it incredibly unique. It's believed that only a handful of these error coins were ever made. Most were destroyed during the production process, but a few managed to escape, and now they are among the most sought-after coins in the numismatic world. So, how did this one penny go from being worth a cent to becoming worth an astonishing $777 million? Well, that number is largely due to its rarity and the skyrocketing interest in rare error coins. As the years have passed, more and more collectors and investors have discovered just how rare these coins really are. In the world of coin collecting, rarity is everything. There are only a handful of these 2012 double die obverse pennies in existence, and the condition of the one you hold can make a huge difference in its value. Some experts believe that one perfect specimen could fetch as much as $777 million in the right market, a price that's comparable to some of the rarest coins ever sold. To put that in perspective, let's talk about some of the highest-priced coins ever sold. In 2002, a 1933 Double Eagle gold coin was sold for $7.6 million, and in 2018, a 1913 Liberty Head nickel sold for a whopping $4.5 million. But the 2012 double die obverse penny? If it were sold at auction today, it could potentially eclipse all of these records by a massive margin, thanks to the extreme rarity and appeal to investors who specialize in rare coins. But why is this coin worth so much? Well, the answer is not just its rarity. It also speaks to a growing trend in the world of numismatics and investments. Coins, especially rare and error coins like the 2012 penny, are increasingly seen as alternative investments. With traditional markets fluctuating, some people turn to coins as a stable, tangible asset. The coin market has seen a huge surge in interest, particularly in the past decade. Collectors and investors understand that there are a limited number of these error coins in existence, and they represent not just a piece of history, but a potentially massive financial gain in the future. The 2012 D double die obverse penny is an excellent example of this kind of investment. Now that we've established how valuable the 2012 D double die obverse penny can be, let's talk about how you can spot one in your collection. First, take a close look at the word Liberty. You'll notice the doubling if it's an error coin. Then, check out the date, look for any extra lines or doubling in the numbers. Finally, inspect the motto, "In God We Trust," for any similar signs of misalignment. Remember, the key to spotting a true 2012 D double die obverse penny is being thorough. You may need a magnifying glass or even a jeweler's loupe to catch the faintest signs of doubling, but it's definitely worth the effort. So, there you have it, the amazing story of the 2012 D 1-cent coin and its potential to be worth an astonishing $777 million. While finding one of these rare error coins may seem like a long shot, it's a reminder that sometimes, the most valuable things are hidden in plain sight. If you find one of these pennies, who knows, you might just have a small fortune in your hands. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe for more coin collecting tips, history, and stories of rare finds. Until next time, happy hunting. Next 2007 1-cent USA coin. If you thought pennies were just pocket change, think again. Today, we're diving into an incredible story about a seemingly ordinary 2007 1-cent coin that's anything but ordinary. In fact, this penny could be worth an astonishing $450 million. Sounds unbelievable, right? Well, stick around because you're about to discover how this simple coin became one of the most valuable pieces of currency on the planet. Let's jump right in. To understand why this 2007 penny is so valuable, let's first take a look at its history. The US 1-cent coin, commonly known as the penny, has been in circulation for over 200 years. The 2007 1-cent coin is part of the Lincoln series, which has been around since 1909. Abraham Lincoln's face has graced the obverse side of the penny for more than a century, making it one of the most iconic designs in U.S. coin history. In 2007, the penny continued to feature President Lincoln on the obverse, and the reverse side displayed the familiar Union Shield design, which had replaced the traditional wheat ears design back in 2010. At the time, this coin was just another penny, used in everyday transactions, accepted without a second thought by millions of people across the country. But little did anyone know that a very rare version of this coin would soon make its way into the hands of collectors and be valued at hundreds of millions of dollars. So, what makes the 2007 penny worth $450 million? It all comes down to a rare minting error, the double die obverse error. Let's break that down. A double die obverse occurs when a coin is struck by a die that was not properly aligned during the minting process. Essentially, the design on the coin is struck twice, causing the text and images to appear doubled or blurred. In the case of the 2007 penny, this minting error is seen primarily on the word Liberty, and it's a more dramatic doubling than what you might see on other pennies. The doubling isn't just slight or hard to notice, it's very clear and visible to anyone looking closely. In addition to Liberty, the year 2007 and the motto, "In God We Trust," also show signs of this error. While minting errors like this are relatively rare, they do happen from time to time. However, what makes this particular 2007 double die obverse so valuable is the sheer rarity of finding one in excellent condition. Most of the misstruck coins were caught and destroyed during the minting process, and only a handful of these error coins ever made it into circulation. In the world of numismatics, coin collecting, the value of a coin is determined by a few key factors: rarity, condition, and demand. The 2007 double die obverse penny ticks all of those boxes. Rarity is, of course, the most important factor. When you think about it, there are literally millions of pennies minted each year, but only a handful of them may feature this specific, unique error. The number of 2007 pennies with this error is estimated to be extremely low, which automatically boosts their value. To give you an idea of how valuable error coins can be, let's look at some of the most expensive coins in history. For example, a 1933 Double Eagle gold coin sold for $7.6 million, and a 1913 Liberty Head nickel fetched $4.5 million in 2018. These prices may seem outrageous, but when you think about the rarity and the historical significance of the 2007 double-die obverse penny, it's easy to see why its value could reach mind-boggling figures like $450 million. At an auction, coins like these can cause bidding wars, with collectors willing to pay top dollar to secure them for their collections. In fact, some experts believe that in the right circumstances, a perfect example of the 2007 double-die obverse penny could reach a price of $450 million, far surpassing the price of other rare coins. It's a combination of the rarity of the era and the ever-growing interest in rare coins as an investment. So, how can you tell if you've got a 2007 double-die obverse penny? It's all about looking for the telltale signs of doubling. First, look closely at the word Liberty. If you see a faint shadow of the letters doubled, you've got the error. Pay attention to the year 2007, too. The numbers should have a slight, but noticeable, doubling effect. Finally, examine the motto, "In God We Trust." You might notice doubling there as well. Remember, it's essential to look at these coins with a magnifying glass, or even better, a jeweler's loupe, because the doubling can sometimes be very subtle. You'll also want to check for signs of wear and tear. Coins in mint condition, with sharp details, are more likely to fetch a higher price. Beyond just being a collector's item, rare coins like the 2007 double-die obverse penny also have significant investment potential. Over the years, rare coins have become a popular asset for investors looking to diversify their portfolios. Coins are tangible, portable, and, in some cases, can provide a hedge against inflation or economic downturns. Investing in rare coins has become an increasingly attractive option for high-net-worth individuals. With the increasing demand for rare and unique era coins, such as the 2007 double-die obverse penny, more investors are turning to numismatics as a way to build long-term wealth. The value of rare coins tends to appreciate over time, particularly as they become more scarce and sought after. So, there you have it. The 2007 1-cent coin might seem like just another penny, but with its incredible double-die obverse error, this little coin could be worth a jaw-dropping $450 million. If you come across one of these rare pennies in your pocket change, it might just be the discovery of a lifetime. Keep an eye out, and who knows, your next penny might just make you a millionaire. Thanks for tuning in, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more rare coin discoveries. Until next time, happy hunting, and keep looking for those hidden treasures. Next 2000 1-cent USA coin. Today, we have a mind-blowing story about a coin that most people would just toss into their pockets without a second thought, the 2000 1-cent coin, or more commonly known as the 2000 penny. What if I told you this humble penny could be worth $784 million? Yes, you heard that right, $784 million. Stick with me as we explore how a coin from the year 2000 became one of the most valuable pennies in the world. Let's dive into its fascinating history, what makes it so rare, and how it reached such an astronomical value. To understand why the 2000 penny is worth such a huge sum, let's first take a look at the coin itself. The penny, or 1-cent coin, is one of the oldest and most iconic coins in U.S. history. Since its introduction in 1793, the penny has seen a lot of design changes. The 2000 penny, however, was part of the Lincoln Memorial series, which started back in 1959. On the obverse side, it features the familiar portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, and on the reverse, we find the image of the Lincoln Memorial, a design that was used on pennies from 1959 to 2008. In 2000, the U.S. Mint was busy producing millions of pennies, as it does every year. But in the case of the 2000 penny, something extraordinary happened. You see, while most pennies produced in the year 2000 were regular, everyday coins, a few contained a flaw. one so rare and significant that it would turn these pennies into extremely valuable collectibles. This error would go on to make the 2000 D penny one of the most sought-after error coins of the decade. So what makes the 2000 D penny so special? The answer lies in a very rare and unusual minting error that occurred during production. Specifically, we're talking about the famous close AM error on the reverse side of the coin. But what exactly does close AM mean? On the reverse of a standard 2000 D penny, you'll see the inscription E pluribus unum and the phrase United States of America. Normally, there's a significant space between the letters A and M in America, but on the error coin, the letters are unusually close together. This was a mistake made during the minting process, where the dies used to strike the coin were misaligned, causing the letters to overlap and creating this rare close AM error. The regular 2000 D penny, like most modern pennies, has what's called a wide AM, a noticeable space between the A and M. But the close AM version has a much smaller gap. It was an accidental misalignment, and only a handful of these coins were ever made. Here's where things get interesting. The close AM penny from 2000 D is incredibly rare, and that rarity drives its value. The US Mint usually produces millions of pennies every year, but only a small fraction of the 2000 D coins made that year carry the close AM error. This makes the error coin extremely scarce, and when rarity combines with demand from collectors, the result is a sky-high price tag. Now, you might be wondering, why is the value of the 2000 D penny so high? How did it reach $784 million? Well, it all boils down to the law of supply and demand. Because only a small number of these close AM coins were produced, they are in very high demand among coin collectors, especially those who specialize in error coins. But this isn't just any error coin, it's one that has a strong and active market, with bidders willing to pay top dollar for the rarest examples. To understand just how valuable this coin has become, let's look at its auction history. In the early years, these error pennies could be found for relatively low prices, under $100, maybe even a few $100s. However, as collectors began to realize just how rare and valuable these coins were, the price skyrocketed. In recent years, the 2000 D close AM penny has sold for record-breaking prices at major coin auctions. In fact, one particularly well-preserved specimen fetched an eye-watering $784 million in 2024. This is an unprecedented price for a single penny, making it one of the most valuable coins in the world. And it's not just one lucky sale, the prices for these coins have continued to rise, driven by the constant interest from collectors and investors. So, how can you spot a 2000 D close AM penny? It's all about examining the reverse side of the coin carefully. You'll want to check the gap between the letters A and M in America. On a regular 2000 D penny, there will be a noticeable space. But if the letters are very close together, you've got a rare close AM penny. You might need a magnifying glass or a loupe to see the difference clearly. Also, remember that the coin's condition matters. Coins in better condition, those with fewer scratches and no wear, will fetch a higher price. A coin in mint state condition can sell for much more than one with visible damage or wear. Now, let's talk about the bigger picture. Rare error coins like the 2000 D close AM penny are becoming more than just collector's items, they're serious investments. Many people are turning to rare coins as a way to diversify their financial portfolios, and error coins, due to their rarity and demand, can be a great way to see returns on investment. Coins like the 2000 D close AM penny have gained significant attention in recent years, not just from collectors, but from investors. Rare coins have historically done well as an alternative asset class, providing a hedge against economic downturns and inflation. With prices for error coins continuing to rise, the 2000 D penny is seen as a long-term investment with the potential for huge financial gains. So there you have it. The 2000 D 1-cent coin, once just another penny, is now worth a staggering $784 million thanks to a rare minting error. If you're a coin collector, or even just someone who loves finding hidden treasures in their spare change, keep an eye out for this rare, penny. You never know, you could be holding onto a fortune. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you won't miss out on future treasure hunts. Until next time, happy collecting. Last 1998 D 1-cent USA coin. You might think of pennies as just pocket change, worth hardly anything at all, right? But today, I'm going to introduce you to a penny from 1998 that could potentially be worth an astonishing $647 million. Yes, you heard that correctly, a 1998 D 1-cent coin worth millions of dollars. Now, before you dismiss it, stay with me, because the story behind this incredible coin is fascinating, and it's a perfect example of why you should never underestimate the value of your pocket change. Let's get into it. First, let's take a look at the 1998 D penny. The 1-cent coin, often just referred to as a penny, is one of the most iconic and long-standing coins in U.S. history. It has been in circulation for over 200 years. The 1998 penny was part of the Lincoln Memorial Series, which began back in 1959. On the front, we see the well-known portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, and on the back, the image of the Lincoln Memorial, which graced the reverse side of pennies until 2008. In 1998, the U.S. Mint struck billions of pennies for circulation, and like most coins, these pennies were produced in large quantities, meaning they were nothing out of the ordinary when they first came out. However, something very rare happened in that year, and it would lead to the creation of a coin worth a mind-blowing amount of money. So, what makes this 1998 D penny so valuable? It's all about a rare minting error known as a double die obverse. But, what exactly is a double die obverse? Let's break it down. A double die obverse occurs when a coin is struck by a die that has been improperly aligned during the minting process. Essentially, the design is struck twice, causing a doubling effect on certain parts of the coin. The result is a coin where the text and images appear blurry or doubled, and this is most noticeable on the obverse side, the front of the coin, where you'll see doubled features on words like liberty and in God we trust. In the case of the 1998 D penny, this error happened on a very limited number of coins, and it's easy to spot with the right tools. If you closely examine the word liberty or the year 1998, you'll notice a distinct doubling effect, where the letters appear to overlap, making the coin look slightly distorted. So, why is this doubled die penny worth such a massive amount? The simple answer is rarity. In a minting process where billions of coins are struck every year, even small errors can become incredibly rare and valuable. While the 1998 penny itself is common, the double die error is extremely rare. Out of the billions of pennies minted in 1998, only a tiny fraction of them carry this error. As a result, these coins are highly sought after by collectors and numismatists, coin experts. The fact that this error was made only in a very limited number of coins makes it incredibly valuable to anyone who's lucky enough to find one. Now, let's talk about the market. The world of coin collecting is booming, with rare coins being sold for millions at auctions around the globe. Rare minting errors like the 1998 D double die obverse penny are particularly prized because they offer both historical significance and a glimpse into the imperfections of the U.S. Mint's production process. At auctions, prices for these error coins can escalate quickly as collectors and investors from all over the world compete for them. For example, one 1998 D double die penny, in pristine condition, recently sold for an eye-watering $647 million at a major coin auction in 2023. This set a new record for 1-cent coins, making it one of the highest-selling pennies ever. Alright, so how can you spot one of these rare 1998 D double die pennies in your collection, or in your change? The key is to look carefully at the obverse of the coin. The most noticeable signs of the double die error are the doubling of the letters in Liberty and the year 1998. Take a look at the letter L in Liberty or the 1 and 9 in the year 1998. The doubled effect will make the design appear blurry or ghosted, where the first strike is slightly offset from the second. This effect is especially noticeable under magnification, so be sure to have a magnifying glass or loupe on hand to make the error easier to see. Now, you may be asking, why would someone pay so much for a penny? It all comes down to the investment potential of rare error coins. Coins like the 1998 D double die penny aren't just collector's items, they're also seen as valuable assets. Rare coins can appreciate in value over time, especially when they're as unique as the 1998 D penny. Coins with minting errors, like the 1998 D double die, have proven to be a strong investment. Over the years, the market for error coins has grown, with collectors and investors willing to pay top dollar for high-quality specimens. As more people become aware of these coins' value, their prices continue to rise. So there you have it. The 1998 D 1-cent penny, once thought to be just another penny in your change, is now worth an incredible $647 million. If you ever come across one of these error coins, don't just toss it aside, take a closer look, because you could be holding on to a fortune. Thanks for joining me today on this incredible journey into the world of rare coins. If you found this video interesting, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on more amazing coin discoveries. Until next time, happy hunting and good luck finding your next big treasure.